Hello folks, Outer Demon Darkness here with a quick update. Just wanted to show you guys the actual impact date is the 27th. I think some of you guys are still believing it was the 25th. I should probably change the dates on my other videos. But see how here it says 03/15/2013. This is his original message. And talking about the asteroid over Russia, and the one over Russia was also related to this asteroid, so was the ones that we are seeing now recently, the one that came over Africa, and the one on the east coast of Maryland, and DC, and Virginia, and all that stuff, Baltimore, Florida. Okay, so over here says, it's going to be next 14 days. It says Canada or Mexico in the next 14 days. And that was on the 15th. Okay, so that would be the 29th. Now, if you come down here, that was his first post, because he said the actual time and date would be added here later. And all the other stuff that's on here about the tsunamis rushing across Central America, going to be in New York within an hour, and all this stuff. And then, it was on Yahoo News, and it was also on Bloomberg, talking about there's asteroids coming in, pray, says NASA. And then a shuttle was sent into space to destroy it. And right here, Raymond Brown, it says, we sent 2 very qualified astronauts up there. Their names were Catherine G. Coleman and Michael Finkel. Sadly, the shuttle crashed, and they are both dead. I would sadly like to extend my hearty sorrow to their families. Look their names up. Catherine G. Coleman, Michael Finkel. They're real astronauts. Now, if you come down, not everything that was put on GLP is fake. I mean, there was a guy a few weeks ago that posted, that he already knew who the Pope was, named the Pope, and come to find out, a few weeks later, it was the same Pope that he said it was. There's stuff on here that's real, Not all stuff's BS. And then right here it says, sadly no damage was done to the object. We have 10 days left before impact. An emergency world announcement will be made midday Monday U.S. time. I'm sorry, I really am. So that's Monday U.S. time. Well, they haven't told us crap. So I don't think that they even give a crap, when this is if it's gonna hit us. I don't think they care. And that's on the 17th. Okay? He said 10 days left before impact, which would put it on the 27th. Okay? And then said that a few scientists were killed trying to head over to a live television station to give out the news. It says, I'm writing this in a state of shock. My scientist friends, who were to be given the announcement a couple of hours ago on national television, were murdered on the way to the station. Their car was pulled to the side, doors pulled open, and a hail of bullets killed them instantly. It's talking about 20, uniformed men. It says, I need to get out of here. I need to leave. I am worried sick for my life. And then he goes over to Starbucks, and he's trying to let people know, that he's heading over to his aunt's house to get a shotgun, because he says, he needs a little bit of persuasion to be able to get the message out. And then supposedly this right here is where he died. Said, I have been left bloodied and dying on the floor by the men in black. I can hardly move. And some of his typing's messed up. Then he puts the number, but it's not complete to his work. So, and then it talks about the major news overnight. He also said, that there would be a few signs before. He says, major news overnight, asteroid over the U.S., and Raymond clearly stated there would be a sign days before the event. Once again, he said it would happen days before, not the day before. Yet more reason why impact won't be Sunday or even Monday. Now, if you look through here, it's got a few articles on it. about the asteroids over the east coast of Maryland. And the YouTube videos discussing it. And finally, I'd like to add with a famous quote from Dr. Raymond. And it says down here, "I am a scientist with decades of astronomy in my belt. Please do not tell me what I know and what I do not know, or what I don't know." So it says here, according to Raymond's final calculations, the impact is the 27th, and in the days prior to it, a load of related smaller objects will occur. Okay? And it says right here, these are all connected to the incoming asteroid. The Russian one was also connected. There you have it. No flaming, no personal attacks, just cold facts and direct quotes. So there you go, folks. I'm going to leave this link for you guys. I've been staying on CNN and other websites trying to get any news of anything else coming in. Okay, here's all the meteor sightings recently. So you can see California, Mexico, down here next to Cuba, and like all over here, up here in the UK. These are all the recent meteor sightings. There seems to be a lot hailing around the US, doesn't there? So I guess we'll see what's going on. Hopefully if it hits in the Atlantic Ocean or something, you know, it hits like way up here where there's like no civilization or not too many people to die. You know, but I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, folks. God bless. I'm going to keep paying attention to this for you and give you guys any updates and anything that I find. I just wanted to explain to you why I changed it to the 27th and why it's not the 25th. Okay? Alright, folks. Stay safe and may God bless. Outer Demon Darkness out.